in a world whose hosts cried out for a replacement to Thunderdome. The Top 10 is proud to bring you The Realist.
The Realist.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of the Top 10 Realist.
It's The Realist.
That's right. You know what happens when we do the... Oh, you try... Okay.
Volume was way too low. This is a great idea in principle, but not in actually execution for me.
Maybe we should buy one of those that, like, you hit the and it just goes off.
It's one more thing to carry
Oh,
around.
yeah, that's a fair point.
It's unfortunate. I don't want to do it.
Shit, I forgot the bongos again. All right, anyway... Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a fun relist we've got lined up for you. You know the relist. You know how it works. The fans, 3 people get involved. 1 person picks the topic. 2 fans send in their lists. Matt and I choose which list to read, and then we surprise each other with what's on the list because we don't reveal it to each other. So you know we're going to do that. That's how we're going to do this thing. Okay.
There it is. That's how we do this thing. You people heard it.
I feel like Dame Lillard, you're going to have to carry some of this, man. I'm feeling a little run down from the day. So, yeah.
It's all right. The beauty of a Dame is he bounces back. So there's no problem there.
Multiple times to do that.
It's not a problem. It's the guy that repeatedly doesn't show up in the playoffs.
Yes.
That's the guy. You know, Lowry has that reputation to some degree. So does DeRozan.
Especially game ones.
Well, they won their first one, and
that's true.
I actually won a meal on that, so I'm happy about that. I was like, you know what? I believe they can finally do it
against Philly, no less.
Right now they're losing to Philly. Last I saw.
Oh, really?
They were down by 9 second quarter.
Nice. Well, we'll talk about that on Sports Time. Tomorrow. Yeah. So Matt, what was the deal? Who were the people? What was the lists?
So we have a bunch of people that are kind enough to help us now, and Alex Akos is the one that does the drawings for us, and he chose 3 names. It was Steve Schleckebeyer.
Nice.
Eric Grebner, and then John Dowse. But John Dowse apparently never responded.
Oh.
Welcome to my world. Way to take that over for us. Thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Sometimes you got to track down like 6 people for a show.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun. But then they hit you up like a week later and be like, I realize I screwed this up. And you're like,
yeah.
I'll hold on to your name for the next one. And then I'll redraw from you people again.
Right.
When there's fucking 6 of you. Like, what's going on, guys?
Right. What's the problem?
But then, so he couldn't get a hold of Dowse, and he redrew, and he came up with Matt Hasso.
Oh,
so we
got
Grebner v. Hasso.
Hasso. He always finds his way in, that Hasso.
He's a lucky guy, apparently.
He is. Very
lucky guy. And when he can give us a roundhouse to the face, sometimes that improves your luck. It does. It's how life works.
Are you coming to the Houston Schmodown show, Hasso? Are you going to do a spin kick in my face? We'll see.
Please tape that if you do.
Yeah, I'll gladly. I already had a spin kick last week when I interviewed Mike Moe here at Collider, the guy who's playing Bruce Lee for the Quentin Tarantino film.
Okay.
I was very lucky to interview him for like 20 minutes, and then they wanted to do demonstrations. And one of the demonstrations was him kicking a spoon out of my mouth with a roundhouse kick. That was a little unsettling, and I had to stand completely still.
I'm sure it was. How could it not be?
It was a little scary, but
it was.
I stood completely still. But to fuck with him, I kept moving the spoon up and down on the first 2 attempts. So he missed the first 2 attempts.
Did he?
That's a little behind.
That's really good. Let's tease the guy that can kick your ass effortlessly. Let's do that. That seems like a good game plan. Hey, fucko.
What you gonna do about it, huh? You little guy.
Yeah, that's great. Antagonize the only individual.
Yeah, I'm stupid like
think
that.
about the amount of hours you have to put in to be able to do that on cue.
No shit.
On cue. Hey, kick this spoon out of this dude's mouth. No problemo.
Yeah.
With shoes or without? What do you want?
With shoes,
Okay.
which is even worse. He split a board with his feet. The kick split a board. I had to hold that board. So there's a lot. When you see the interview, it'll be a lot of fun, and you'll get the demonstration. But yeah, I've already had a roundhouse kick in my face is what I've had.
Well, A, I want to see that board, and B, he kicked with the grain. It's easier to break on that. So
Tricks.
Well, there's just if he kicked against the grain and broke it, super impressive. I'm blown away.
Okay.
Blown away.
Okay.
With the grain and depending on the thickness of the board.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
Well, he signed it, and it's sitting on my desk.
Okay.
So you can invest.
And I'm saying not that hard for somebody that's trained to do that,
sure,
because there's only a certain thickness they go to.
Right.
Otherwise, you're risking serious injury.
Yeah.
I'm sure though the totem pole thing that they work on, they like kick that with their shins until their shins become rock hard, and so it's a whole different life.
It sounds crazy to me. I'm good. Anyway, so the subject today is what, Matt?
It was in honor of a show that we did back in the day. It was Top Movie Dads.
Oh, Top Movie Dads.
Top Movie Dads.
Okay, so they wanted to bring that subject back, that topic back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? I kind of like that. All right, let's see your versions of what that show would have been.
Do stepdads count?
I don't know. Do you count them?
Do movie stepdads count as dads, movie dads?
I would imagine it depends on how much of a more actual dad they are,
Right.
than just the fact that they're a stepdad.
Gotcha. Okay. That's just clarification. Just in case.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Never know. Yeah, all right. Got to make sure. All right. And so which one are you taking? Are you taking Grebner or are you taking Hassos?
I did the PDF, which I think is
Okay.
Hassos.
I will do Grebner's then.
All right.
Do we need to explain the show anymore, or are we good to go?
I mean, it's the same as the regular show. Once we get their topics, we barrel through it just like we do ours. This week, I guess I'll do my bottom three, then John will do his bottom three. I'll do my next two. He does his next two. Then we trade one apiece. Once we have revealed these two individuals' top 10 lists, we create the relist between the two of us.
Relist. All right.
Relist. All right, so I said I'd start. It starts with, all right, the quick of this, which I kind of like that phrase. Some dads are missing because it's been way too long since I have seen the movie, e.g. Atticus Finch.
Okay.
You know, some things just they stay with you. They resonate.
Yeah, that's
They just
fair.
do.
Yep. I agree with
And
that.
somehow, okay, that's fine. Others are not on the list because even though they are dads, we never really see them be dads in the movie, e.g. John McClane, Darth Vader, etc.
Oh.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Okay.
And ultimately, this is my list, so I can do what I want, all caps and exclamation points afterwards.
Wow.
All right, buddy. All right. Dial it down, Hassel.
Yeah, there's no need to be argumentative about
Dial
this.
it down.
Yikes.
Although I think one or two, or both of us would probably say something along those lines.
True.
So at number 10, he's got David Mills from Taken.
Okay. Not on the list.
Not on the list.
Yep.
All right, his explanation is he does some badass shit to get his daughter back.
Sure.
But if that never happened, he is just an absentee dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's been out doing the spies things. He's been out doing all those other things.
Yeah, whatever, the
He's not
Secret
around.
Service-y, whatever in the world he's been doing.
Yeah.
And then now he's just, he's put in this place. He's not really there for his daughter.
That's right.
Shows up getting her a gift that she doesn't want because it's something for,
Yeah.
girls much younger than her.
He's a crap dad.
He's a crap dad.
Yeah. He only comes through because he uses his skills to save his daughter from being sold.
He has a
sex slavery.
specific set of skills.
Yeah. It worked out. Thank God it worked out. Thank God
did.
she got taken.
It worked out 3 times.
Yeah. True. Well, really only once in my mind, but yeah.
Well, under the guise of the film, he ultimately succeeds 3 times.
True. That's
So this
true.
specific set of skills did him well. 3.
Fair point.
Do you think there's ever been any existence of an individual going through remotely the lines of any of these types of movies?
I think yes.
You think there's been somebody that's like, a plane has gone down, and a this, and a this, and a this?
Yeah. Oh, you mean the Neeson movies?
Yeah.
Like survived
Just
the
one
wolves
individual.
or whatever.
Pick one movie. Pick one movie and be like, do you think there's ever been anybody that's come close to, doesn't matter these sequence of events, but something
Yeah.
akin to this?
I think maybe Walk Among the Tombstones because that's more realistic.
Okay.
He's a private investigator.
It is.
Researching the death of a guy's wife or friend's wife and then finds this like cult-like thing
Yeah.
in New York. That sounds like it could be possible, especially when you see all the details of Allison Mack and all
Yeah.
that shit's going on now with Carla
I'm not
Brogdon.
fighting you on that one. That one's real.
Yeah, that one feels real.
I'm
I'm
just
talking about the
saying.
more fantastical ones.
Just somebody that's lived a life, like fought in the Crusades and then 3 months later did something like this and then survived like 2-3 iconic things. Akin to this movie where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like so many banana things happens, but if
Right.
you condense that and like if all that happened in a year, that'd be a hell of a year. It'd be a hell of a year. It would. So now it's just like, has there been anybody that's managed to survive like 5? There's the dude that, so there's somebody, I don't know the sequence of events, but was
Yeah.
it Hiroshima then Nagasaki or Nagasaki then Hiroshima?
I think it's.
They did Hiroshima first?
I
and
think
then-
it's Hiroshima first, then Nagasaki,
Okay.
and that was it. They were like, okay, we're done.
So there was a traveling salesman that was traveling to Hiroshima on the day the bomb came down. Wow. Survived, and then he went home to Nagasaki.
Oh, my God.
And survived that bombing.
Jesus.
Or it's the other way around, but he's like a traveling salesman.
Wow.
And he survived both. So that dude's up there. You know what I mean? He could be leading the pack.
He's glowing green now.
Yeah, he lived.
Yeah, he did.
He lived.
Fuck. I can imagine that.
No.
Has there ever been a nuclear bomb dropped after Nagasaki? That's it, right?
I mean, there was testings of bombs.
Testing's right, but nothing like in attack.
No.
Interesting.
Not that I can think of.
That's amazing that we've held off for 70 years doing that.
It's a cataclysmic event.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're capable of so much horrible shit as human beings.
Well, I think about the magnitude of power at the disposal of a certain handful of individuals in the world when it comes to that ballistic capability.
Yeah.
ICBMs, we would wipe the world out a couple times over easily.
Right.
That's fun.
I'm just saying.
That's fun. The number is so absurd, it doesn't make sense, so I don't even really think of it as a reality.
That's fair. That's fair.
Even though I know it is, but
Yeah.
it's just so obscene, it doesn't make sense. So that was number 10.
Yeah. I like the way we're starting. What's your number 9?
Number 9 is Cliff Worley from True Romance.
Okay, that's my number 8, so I think we can talk about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Hasso says his monologue when he knows it's coming alone gets him on the list.
Oh, yeah. I've got, okay, it's one brilliant scene. This is from Grebner. Oh, no, yeah, Grebner. To be short, but it's a hell of a scene, a moment where an estranged father redeems every regret he's ever had in his relationship with his son in a moment of sacrifice, while simultaneously taking the piss out of Christopher Walken's mobster in the most entertaining way possible. Aside from maybe Blue Velvet, has Hopper ever been better? Well, you'd argue Easy Rider.
I don't think Easy Rider holds up all that well.
Really? Okay.
It's fine.
Fair enough.
It's fine. It's a collection of scenes that don't really have a distinct through line other than they're passing through.
Okay. Well, I don't really like him in Blue Velvet. I can't get into that movie. I've tried numerous times. It's ridiculously stupid.
Okay.
And so it's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Lynch guy. I like Wild at Heart. I like Straight Story. And maybe that's it. I don't like Lost Highway. Didn't like Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive was so weird, it's always stuck with me.
Yeah? Well, maybe that's the point.
I don't know. I don't know the point of that movie.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember seeing it the first time. I was like, what? What did I just view?
Yeah.
And it's so, I don't know.
It's out there now.
It is. It is.
But this is a great dad. This is a great scene. Huh? Huh? I am pot. You are pot eggplant. Huh? It's a great scene.
It's been a while since I've seen this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You go on that run, right? You go on where you see it multiple times. You love it as much.
It was on for a while, and then it's like I haven't seen it, during it since it's run, and since I stream everything now, I have to purposefully go back,
Right.
to hand select whatever I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
Which is nothing worse scanning through like Netflix or something, and be like, seen it,
Yeah.
seen it. Don't want to see it.
Nothing drives Lily more insane than when I come home and turn on the Netflix and just flipping through what I want to watch and start going through. She's like, pick something because I'm going to go to fucking bed right now if you don't pick something. So
I usually, if I can find something, then I just like, all right, I'll watch an episode of this or I'll watch this.
Yeah.
I love it when you get down to the Indian movies that you don't know anything about. It's like the end of and you're like, what is this about? And it'll go a string of like 8 of them, and you're like, man.
Aladdin's Other Magic Carpet. Oh, what's this about?
Others are just some mustachioed like cop-ish, Avenger-ish type of dude, and like, okay, and some historical epics. It's just like, I got nothing on any of this.
What are these deals that they've worked out with Netflix? And Netflix will put these movies out there.
I mean, Bollywood makes money.
I don't know if that's Bollywood. I think that's like, the C-list of Bollywood movies. They don't look like legitimate Bollywood films.
Really? You think the C-list is going to get on Amazon? You know what I mean? Don't you think there was to be the A-list?
You mean on Netflix?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what deal they have because of international rights. I don't know. Like, I don't put it past.
Yeah.
There's probably a market for it.
Or it already got snapped up at like 10 cents or something.
Yeah. Well, I know Greg Alba's brother, he does a YouTube channel solely on Bollywood and makes buku dollars.
I believe it.
Because they don't do it in America. And so he does it as an American reviewing these films, and his YouTube channel's insane. So there's a market for it. So even C-list shit can show up on Netflix and be all right, I think.
Okay.
All right, which is number 8?
8 is Thomas Wayne from Batman Begins.
Ooh, good choice. Not on this list.
All right. Hasso says, I like that unlike other versions, this Thomas Wayne is just a gentle, patient man that just wanted his son to be a good person.
Yeah.
Even till the end, he was telling Bruce it was going to be all right.
Yeah, man. That's a good scene.
Yeah. No, I can't think of a better representation, even in the animated. I think this is still like a great encapsulation of who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the way he comes down after Bruce has fallen through the well, just the way he comes down and holds him and it says, why do we fall? To get back up. And then Michael Caine reminds him of it later, or Alfred rather. And it's great. And he's a really good Thomas Wayne. And
He is.
Yeah.
You can see he's patient with his son.
Yeah.
But that single little value alone speaks volumes of who he is.
Yeah.
You don't need that much. It's good character development. It's a great superhero line
Yes.
that you can lose. And I sadly, to this point, I think I'm kind of tired of with great power comes great responsibility, because I've just heard it so many times, and now it seems like a cliche of superhero films.
Right.
And to reimagine that kind of line, just in a different fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. All right, my number 10 is Ted Kramer from Kramer vs. Kramer.
Not on my list.
Okay. That's Dustin Hoffman plays him. Kramer vs. Kramer strongly establishes the tropes for single dads or divorced dads forced to re-examine and redefine their lives as caregivers when the wife leaves. A much less common sight on film in 1979 than today. I'm sure Hoffman's performance deserved an Oscar over Peter Sellers in being there, but it's a very grounded, touching portrayal. Oh, I'm not sure, rather, Hoffman's deserved over Peter Sellers. I first saw this when I was 5 years old, and the scene of him sprinting to a hospital with his bloodied son in his arms still is etched in my memory. Yeah, but for me, also the way he throws that glass of wine at the wall because he's mad at Meryl Streep, that's etched in my memory as well. The dude's an emotional, over-emotional, reactionary guy. So you kind of see, although she left him, you kind of see that maybe, I'm sure that wasn't the first time he's done that. So maybe she might have had some reasons to take the fuck off.
Yeah.
When she comes back to get the child, it is like, you're like, oh.
Well, because you've grown with the two of them.
Exactly.
Because the story focused on the two of them.
Right, right.
You almost come to resent her on some level.
Yeah.
When she comes back and be like, they're good.
Yeah.
Don't mess this up.
They took this long just to figure it out. Now you come in because you figured yourself out to come get your kid.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, what do you got next?
All right, number 9, Marlin. It's Marlin from Finding Nemo.
Not on my list.
Wow, that's shocking. Hasso, that's shocking. Finding while one could argue that Marlin's albeit justified overprotectiveness ultimately sets the motivation of Nemo's carelessness and subsequent abduction while in school, he more than redeems himself through the singular focus of finding his son at all costs. I like to think of Marlin as the more neurotic version of Mel Gibson's father in Ransom, and Brooks vocalizes him beautifully. I just want to see Albert Brooks saying, "Give me back my son." That's what I'd like to see.
Perfect. That's it. Yeah, it's a good choice. He is a good dad ultimately because he grows along with his son.
And he lets it go because really it's his journey in the movie, not Nemo's.
It is.
It's Marlin figuring out how to let go after the death of his wife and after his son's taken. How does he do that? How does he stop being overprotective? And he figures it out eventually through some crazy stuff. Do you think there was a fish who's ever gone through that?
The deadness in your eyes as you delivered that line. I couldn't tell if you were criticizing me or dropping a punchline. It was like, oh, son of a bitch.
No, just trying to make you laugh.
It's good.
What's your number 7?
I mean, there's got to be a fish, right? I mean, fish have been around longer.
I mean, seriously, a lot of shit goes on down there.
If you escape some like Ichthyosaurus dinosaur, I think that's what it's called, the big long necked, just underwater demon. The fact that existed,
dude.
I hope it didn't look like that because it's like hell on earth opening up. That's in the water. Okay, well, I'm never going in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever. Sharks are one thing. This thing's got a craning neck. I don't understand. It looks like a Mad Lib character.
I think God sent the asteroid because he was sick of looking at the crazy ass fucking creatures on Earth. Man. He's like, oh, fuck that. Ooh.
Simulation went bad on that one. Let's start over.
We fucked this all up.
Oh, man.
I thought it was going to overcorrect itself. Oh, man.
I tried to write a joke about that once because thinking about if you go back, insects used to be much, much larger because there was a higher percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere. So they could grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why you hear stories of like dragonflies with 6-foot wingspans and stuff. And you're like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Can you imagine like an 8-foot scorpion? I'm out of here. Fellas, I'm out. I mean, there's a point at which gravity would pull too much on their exoskeleton, but
Yeah.
at the same time, 6-foot wingspan.
That's insane.
It's
man.
fucking crazy. It's just like, no, dude, this is bad.
I'd just be swinging a bat everywhere I go.
This is bad. Yeah. I've been swinging nonstop, just winging, walking around. You're like on the ground like a hummingbird, just waving these things.
Don't you come near me.
That's your defense mechanism.
This is all I got. All right, what's your number 7?
Number 7 is Henry Stamper from Armageddon.
Oh,
I knew you were gonna love it.
yes, sir.
I knew it.
I bet sadly it's not on his list. It's not on his list. What a
It has-
shitty list already.
You know what? All right, I will say what he said first.
All right.
Roughneck dad doing his best to raise a daughter and having to make the ultimate sacrifice to save her.
Yeah.
All those things are true.
Yes.
From that aspect, he is a very good dad.
Yes.
He's an excellent father.
Yes, he is.
In this regard.
Why does
But
he
he
get
is
so
also
much shit?
absentee-ish because he's out on those rigs all the time.
Well, he's got to provide for the.
True.
The mom left him too, and her.
okay.
I think.
But at the same time, there's a selfish nature to that. Mm-hmm. But under that guise, he's a good father.
He sacrifices himself. Spoiler alert: he sacrifices himself for his daughter and for everyone on Earth. He's a pretty good dad.
I don't want to close my eyes. Hand up on the screen.
I don't want to.
Oh man.
We win, Gracie. I'm gonna go home and watch it right now. God damn. I'm gonna open up that Blu-ray that we were gifted at our live show in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And watch it. Yeah. Well, why isn't that on 4K? For fuck's sake! All right. What's your number 6?
Nobody needs to see that on 4K.
Be quiet.
Nobody does. The slick car commercial cinematography in 4K, beautiful, beautiful. The heavy tones that he puts in.
Yes, it's done.
Number 6 is Clark Griswold from Vacation.
That's my number 5. Should we
Okay.
talk about it or punt? No,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay,
That's fine.
go ahead.
Great dad, just failing more than he is winning in his attempt to give his family a perfect vacation.
Most dads feel this way. That's what's so great about Clark Griswold is I think most dads feel that like Clark Griswold. Even though they're not, they feel that way, that they're losing more than they're winning because every day is a battle. Every single day. It really is like having a second job for the rest of your fucking life. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we're both not parents.
No.
But you speak to parents and you're like, they never stop worrying on some level, and it will always persist. It just dissipates with time as they have less and less control. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just the immediate shock of 18 to 22-ish.
Yeah.
It's gone. I have no say anymore. It's just out. Adios.
Right.
Like, enough. That's got to be difficult to deal with.
Oh, yeah, the transition always. Yeah, he has, Grebner writes, we can look at Griswold and his obsessiveness with delivering a perfect road trip at the expense of everything is quite dark and traumatic for his family around him. But watch the scene between him and Rusty in the desert, having just crashed their car, and you see the true motivations of a man who, having committed to the world of work, feels he is truly missing out on his children's upbringing and just wants to prove he can be a great father to the point of investing everything in making this trip go well. Obviously, his good intentions are often the path to hell, but Chase balances that crazy with a truly likable, good-hearted nature. So, well, what do we walk away with the... A true good-hearted nature so well that we do walk away with the impression that he is a great father. Totally nuts, but a great father. Agreed.
You know what's crazy about this? So he has this, but he hasn't seen Christmas Vacation. I know Hasso hasn't.
Oh, my
Because he
God.
tweeted us the other day.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to watch it this week. He's like, save it for Christmas.
Yeah.
Watch it at Christmas, but...
What's wrong with you, Hassel? All right, that was your number 6.
Yeah, what do you got?
So number 7 is Gil Buckman from Parenthood, Steve Martin.
Not on my list.
Okay. Had I seen this film more recently, I might honestly have ranked this character higher. The level of realism conveyed by Howard's film is no better represented by Martin's realistically beleaguered dad of 3 who gradually learns to take the small victories when they come. Thoroughly agreed. This film was kind of monumental in the 80s of showing, like The Big Chill was monumental in showing what people of that generation were experiencing in their worlds.
Yeah.
Parenthood really captured what people of that generation were experiencing as parents. And so it was a great film in that way. It showed you what was really going on, and it didn't pull any punches. You had the shitty son who had the had
the
black
gambling.
child. Right, the gambling. You had the black child that he had. That was Thomas Holtz, and then you had the stuff going on with Joaquin Phoenix and Diane Wiest, and then Steve Martin trying to do stuff with his son. Who's terrible at sports.
Got ADD. And
Yeah, right.
Whatever. He just wants him to have a good childhood with the kid. he's an emotional, kid.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes kids are emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird when they go from like indistinct blob on some level, like personality wise, to distinct personality,
Yeah.
and like, no, I like this, and like, okay, that's what you're into. All right,
All right.
you're rounding into shape.
Yeah.
Let's see where we go.
I'll step back and let you do your thing. Yeah.
What do you got at six?
Is Armand Goldman from The Birdcage. Robin Williams.
That's a punt.
Oh,
That's a
that's
punt.
great to hear. All right. What's your number 5?
Oh shit, man. Okay. Well, Frank Buckman from Parenthood. I apologize.
Oh, so it was on there.
Yeah,
oh, great.
I scooted up
No
past
worries.
it.
What does he say?
Everyone wants to give it to Gil, but it's Frank. I mean, look at the lunacy of what he has to deal with
Oh, wait. He's
from his adult
saying
children. Yeah,
like Jason Robards.
exactly.
Oh, wow.
Even amongst all of that, he was willing to take on his grandson while still raising Gil and his other children.
That's a great point.
It is. It is. He resigns himself to, he knows he can't change the demeanor or nature of his son.
Yeah.
And steps into the fatherly role for the grandson.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a tougher film than people think. There are tough moments in that film. That was your number 5?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
That's
right?
the reason I don't go back to rewatch it. There's
Oh,
a
really?
lot of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know the entire backwards and forwards.
Yep.
I know all the beats, but I don't need to see it again. I've seen it like 2-3 times, and that's
Yeah.
more than enough.
You got it. You got
Yeah,
the point of it.
I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I understand what it is. I understand why they did it and why it would resonate. And I saw it as a kid and didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then saw it a few years later and was like, nah, it spoiled me as a kid.
Yeah.
It's just too depressing a movie.
It is.
It
is
is.
actually. So that was your number 5.
That was my 5.
Five.
We did your 5.
Right. So what's your 4?
4, all right. Avengers Endgame Iron Man. I don't want to read his description, even though he keeps it brief.
Okay. Because of spoiler.
Yes.
All right. I mean, the movie's made $1.2 billion.
It has.
But
it's only one sentence. He's really.
Okay.
It's just.
All right, we'll leave it there. I don't know
Yeah.
how he's a dad, though. Oh. Okay, fine. Yeah.
I don't even want to get into that.
All right, let it be. Number 4 for me is Noah Levinstein from American Pie.
No.
Wow. Eugene Levy plays this. Has there ever been a more understanding, unflappable dad than Levy's Mr. Levinstein? Agreed. If you can turn witnessing your son fucking a pie into a teachable moment, then your dad skills are beyond 99% of us. I would argue that the relationship between Jason Biggs and Levy, Eugene Levy, is the primary reason that American Pie continues to resonate infinitely above other teen sex comedies of that era. I thoroughly agree. This film still holds up. The other ones, not so much, but this one certainly still holds up. There is genuine connection between Levy and Biggs, and also the journey of the kid. Look, we all want to make fun of Jason, but we all, as men, had our own fucking journeys to
Everybody
being
had their own
kids.
weird awkwardness.
Yeah, doing strange shit.
Yeah.
I used to fuck my mother's bear rug to jack off, and it's like, but that's what you did when I was a kid. And I was like, it's crazy, but if anyone did a movie about that, I'd be made fun of. But then other people would be like, yeah, I've done some crazy shit too. It's just how it is when you're discovering your sexuality, your body, things of that nature.
But let's rewind for a second.
What?
Bear rug? So. Was it just a faux fur, or was
It's faux fur. It was like one of those rugs, but it was smooth to the touch, son. It was soft to the touch, so I could get I get what needed to get done.
We understand.
Rug.
Yeah,
Okay,
we understand
good.
what you said. I fucked.
Look, I got no shame. We all did it.
Yeah, we did. I just in my head bear rug. So you just found the manliest thing in the house, and you're like,
I'm a mount it
I'm gonna assert my dominance
like a dog.
on this bear rug. How dare you come into my house?
Truth. All right, let's move on. What's your number 3?
3
Right.
is Mac McGuff from Juno.
Oh, great choice. Not on the list.
All right, Mr. Hasso says, in the face of what could be a father's worst nightmare, he is able to be supportive and earnest in a situation where most dads would ostracize their children. Never seen it.
Oh, you never seen Juno?
The dialogue alone.
Oh, you're not
from
I got it.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to buy these characters. No one.
What's her name again? Diablo Cody. Diablo Cody.
Diablo Cody,
Yeah.
So
Really?
no.
Oh, man.
I've seen
I
bits
like
and
that
pieces,
movie.
but
Okay. I respect that.
it's just too.
It's too cute.
It's too quirky.
Okay.
But everybody shares in the same. They all have the same blah blah blah, like
Right.
rat-a-tat, fire.
Right.
And colloquialisms that none of us have ever heard. And they're all like, yep, I know exactly what that means. I mean, you do contextually.
Sure.
But at the same time, if it's just nonstop, it's like, okay.
Is that a
We're inventing our own version of our language, I guess.
is that a dorkable term? Is what you're saying? It's like a dorkable. Or worse.
Yeah,
or
but it's like that. That's something you can't undo. Home skillet.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like all right. But if he's got numerous of those, and then another character does, and another character does, and he's like, okay, so everybody's got numerous catchphrases.
I can see that
over and over. It just takes me out of the reality of. I'm sorry.
I respect that. All right, my number 3 is Darren McGavin, the old man in Christmas Story.
Okay.
Not on the list?
Not on the list.
Oh, wow. He says, if we were to ascribe the qualities of what comprises a traditional dad, one that is relative to the experiences of most people, at least those who have fathers present in their lives, I think McGavin in A Christmas Story embodies those attributes best. The grumpy and loving old man does nothing truly historic, doesn't sacrifice or move many mountains from a global perspective, but in the end, he does the one thing that moves every possible mountain for his child. He figures out exactly what he wants for Christmas, and he delivers. He's a rock of a husband and a father, exquisitely portrayed by McGavin, and I relish that moment every year when he can become my father for a couple of hours. Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah.
Tribute. Damn, Grebner.
Yeah, I guess maybe, I don't know that he would make my list just for what he said. It's just the mundanity of what he does.
Yeah.
It wouldn't spark the mind of, oh, that's a great movie dad type of thing. But I totally get it. That is more true to life.
He's the most relatable dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Seems like a regular guy.
Yeah, with flaws and all. Mm-hmm. And the movie certainly shows that, It was like electric sex in the window. What's number 2?
My number 2 is the punt from earlier, Mr. Armand Goldman from The Birdcage.
Okay.
You want to say which?
Coleman. The G is silent. Well, I can certainly see several of Rob Williams' characters showing up on this list. It's Armand that sticks out to me the most, namely the lengths he will go to help his very, very wrong-headed, by the way, son, even so far as to hurt his partner. Ultimately, things work out and the truth and love win, yada, 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 but it's the commitment to be there for your son, even at the expense of one's dignity, that puts him high on the dad list, even if we disagree with the son's reasoning. I would agree with that.
Okay. He puts his relationship and identity on the line to help his son, hating it the whole time, but powering through to make his son and future daughter-in-law happy. For me, as hilarious as the movie is, he is just the epitome of or self-sacrificing dad.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
It says or, but of. Damn it, Hasso. You're making both of us look bad. It says or. Should say of. Damn it. He is. Williams, I mean, the look in his eyes, it's just so paternal and just kindness and whatnot. You could, go after other movies and be like, well, the movie's not that great, but he is a good dad in it. I liked him a lot.
Yep, he is. The film is still so funny. And it works so strongly because of the relationship he has with, not only with his son, but also with Nathan Lane, the character of Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
And what they go through. It's fantastic. And he sacrifices it all. And I love how, Robin, when you watch his stand-ups, and of course you know this, Matt, when you watch his stand-ups, that's a frantic energy son of a bitch. So to see him in a role like this where he has to sit on top of it the whole time was really fun to watch, man. Because there's comedy, there's all kinds of crazy comedy going on around him, but he doesn't want to play it. He's trying to play it as straight as possible, which is great.
It is, and it's such an excellent movie. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a good comedy. You get him, Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
What is it, Hank Azaria?
Hank Azaria was
like
great.
the Cabana Boy in essence.
Yes. Doing his best Latino accent.
Yeah, Gene Hackman is the daughter's father.
Right. It's Callista Flockhart's daughter.
Callista Flock, there you go.
Right.
The dude's name I'll never pull. And it's Diane Wiest.
Diane Wiest, the dude's name. He became a producer in Hollywood. He's still producing
really?
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I forget his name. Futterman. Something Futterman, I think is what it is. I think it's Dan Futterman, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a tough pull.
That's deep.
Yeah. That's a 5-pointer maybe.
Well, I mean, actually, the weird thing is the one of the two guys in the office
Yeah.
told me what Saturdays the final 2 questions were.
Oh, yeah.
It came down to, and I got both of them.
Me too.
Yeah, and he was like, dude, nobody in the room knew the second one. I was like, how? There's only 3 people in it.
Yeah.
There's 3 people. How can you not remember the third?
And how do you not remember her, who's been in so many other things?
I know. But I was just like,
mind-blowing.
that was easy. The other one, I guessed,
Yeah.
but I was like, it's probably such and
Right,
such.
right.
And he was like, bingo. And then he gave me the second one, not his. It was like this. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I just was like, boom, 3-parter. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil. I don't know when that comes out in the sequence of events. I think I kept it vague enough.
Yeah, you did, because you didn't say who was playing and what.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's move on. What's your number 2?
That was my 2. So what's your 2?
Jor-El, Marlon Brando
Okay.
for Superman. You obviously
Not on my list.
Okay, hear me out on this one. You are going to have to send your child into another galaxy, knowing full well you are going to die. How do you prepare for this? Well, if you are Jor-El, you spend thousands of hours recording the answers to every possible question your son may ask, so that at his most vulnerable moment, when your son is questioning who he is and why he is, you can spend a decade to train and teach your son about his history, his culture, and the universe, while guiding him to make the decisions, and that will turn him into a superhero. Jor-El very likely spent the last 10 years of his life, including a full 9 years when his wife wasn't even pregnant, to accomplish this database for his son. Name one act committed by any other father in film history that shows this level of dedication to a son. Damn, I've never heard it presented that way.
Sure.
But I don't know if time works in the same way on Krypton as it does on Earth.
That's true.
right?
That's true. It could be moving much slower. So
Yeah.
an hour for them is a day for us.
Exactly. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
So he's doing whatever he's doing, but it could be a day. Yeah. A day is like a month for us on their planet.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you can just accomplish that much more
Exactly.
in a shorter amount of time.
But the point
us.
is still valid that he recorded all these tapes or videos for his son to watch while he was in the Fortress of Solitude for 10 years, growing from the teenage kid to Christopher Reeve. So that's a valid point.
It is. I just, he's so, I don't want to say cold.
Yes.
But because it's just an image of,
Yeah.
you don't really feel any, connection as a viewer
Right.
to him. You understand the importance, but
Right.
I don't know.
That's why I enjoyed the Russell Crowe dad better
Me
in
too.
Man of Steel.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
he's
did I.
actually interacting with it. Yeah.
You got a better sense of who the individual was as
Yeah.
opposed to just a disembodied head,
Right.
Barking orders at you.
Don't do that. All right, what's your number 1?
Number 1 is Dr. Henry Jones.
Wow.
Indiana Jones and the
Wow.
Last Crusade.
That is not my number 1.
He is an excellent father.
Okay.
It's an excellent choice. Mr. Hasso has this to say. You can try to say he is absentee, but he was there through his childhood and released him once he was an adult. Through his upbringing, we get Indiana Jones. You just can't beat that. Especially since when they are both grown men, he is still teaching him lessons. Even man to man, at the moment of calling him Indiana, he is still mentoring him.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Do you like their relationship? Like overall? Because I think sleep with the same woman, that's a little weird. Right?
Dude, you fucked a fake bear rug.
That's that's different.
I'm just saying.
I'm working stuff out.
So were they. So were they.
I guess.
Loneliness in Venice in this romantic town. That's what they're both missing.
Fair enough.
Although Indiana's was much quicker.
Yes, it was.
Much quicker. Good for
it
you.
was.
Who knows how long it took Dr. Jones? We have no idea.
He's saying 70s. I'm sure it took a little bit of time.
But he is. When he pivots from Junior to Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
And it just cuts through the entire tension of that scene. And you can see the overall arc of he's also grown to accept his son for who his son is.
Right.
And now he's asking him to, like, trust me. I know you want to rebel. You think I'm this guy that's just trying to put you down, but,
Yeah.
I care about you more than anybody.
It's a great moment.
It is. It's an excellent moment. It's an excellent choice.
Yeah.
What do you got
Fair
number
enough.
one?
Atticus Finch, To Kill a Mockingbird.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Grebner kind of gets things.
There he goes. This realist finally gave me a reason to watch this movie. Oh.
Really?
Whoa.
A guy that gave us silent movies for a
Yeah.
Thunderdome
Oh,
or
that's
something back
right.
in the day. We watched Metropolis for Grebner.
Oh, this one
I
skips
believe.
you. This one skips you.
Yeah, an all-time classic. And Hasso as well.
Yeah, that's what he put on the list.
Son of a gun, guys.
No wonder you're listening to us. Atticus Finch it says, this realist finally gave me a reason to watch this movie, which was on my shame list. I am well aware that Atticus Finch is the quintessential, even cliched response to best movie dad ever. Watching this film for the first time, well, yes, there are a myriad of reasons for this, and I am not going to dispute any of them. Ultimately, Peck's portrayal of Atticus embodies the two essential elements of the best fathers. He's a good man. He imbues that goodness onto his children in ways that allow them to discover those qualities for themselves. Moreover, Atticus trusts his children's intelligence while remaining cognizant of their level of understanding and emotion, which makes him adept at explaining not just the bad things of the world, all the while connecting those concepts to the events of their own lives, namely Tom Robinson, but how to find and navigate a path through the bad into the good. Peck is incredible, and he truly belongs at the top of the list of movie dads. There you go.
I think for that response alone, if you don't have a PhD, I think we can just certify you with a PhD right there, just for this specific movie. That was
fair enough.
That was
very well done.
Yeah, beat by beat analysis of who the individual was at almost every moment in that film. That was excellent.
Very good. Yeah. All right, let's put this list together, Matt.
All right.
Neither one of us have our number ones.
No, Armand Goldman. Where'd you have that? 5,
I had Goldman at 6. Yeah.
We don't have anything else higher.
No?
All right.
Or no, yeah, right. Well, Parenthood is where? Yours is where?
5. And they're two different people.
2 different people. Good point. All right, that's our number 1 then. The
Armand Goldman?
Armand Goldman. I'm not mad about that at all. I think we have to put Atticus too, don't you?
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Again with the give me thing. You're giving me nothing.
It's a way to agree.
You love Atticus.
If I change the verbiage, it still means the same.
Bro, listening to our Chicago live show, I was pretty out of it. I was getting pretty drunk as it was going on.
Wait till number 2 comes out.
Yeah, I know. Listening to yourself back is kind of a weird experience. All right. Anyway,
yeah, you were interesting. By the end.
Yeah, by the end it was the worst. Oh wow, it was fun.
No, it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you assessed what was around you, if you remember this.
Yeah.
Do you remember getting up and looking about your area at the end of the second show while we were still recording? It was like the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I think so. And I said how much of a mess I left here.
Yeah, the look of distraught on your face.
I was embarrassed.
Because you had piled up all this stuff. You had demanded food and they sent you the wrong food. I mean, it was interesting.
Truth. All right, anyway, all right, let's move on. What do we got here? All right, so what's the number 1 for you? You put that down? Okay.
Yeah, we've got 1, 2, and 3 done.
Okay.
After that, what's our next? So
I've got Jarrell next. What do you have next at number 2?
We got to look for commonality.
Oh, I don't think we have any commonality.
Clark Griswold, Vacation.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. You can put that next. I'm cool with that. Cliff Worley. We have the Dennis Hopper one in common, don't we?
Yeah, 9 and what?
8. You want to wait for that one?
I think so. Maybe honor some of the hires. What's your next highest then?
The number 2, which is Jor-El from Superman. All right.
My next highest is 3.
Okay.
Mac McGuff.
Sure.
All right. I would say.
You want to put it there now?
Yeah, Cliff there.
Okay.
It's 7. We got 3 left.
Yeah, I'm at number 3 right now on my list. That's Darren McGavin from Christmas Story. The old man.
Yeah.
The old man.
And I'm just going to say the names at the end.
Okay.
I mean, I have Iron Man at 4.
I feel like we can skip that one.
I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, Hasso.
I understand what you're saying, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I have Eugene Levy at number 4 for American Pie. What's your next highest?
Well, do you want to do like a splitsies on Parenthood?
Yeah, we can do that. I'm down with that. They're both having to understand their children.
And he chose Gil. What's Gil's last name?
Buckman.
Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot.
Buckman.
They were both Buckmans.
Yeah.
All right, so number 10, what's your highest left then?
Number 4, Eugene Levy, Noah Livingston.
Done.
Nice. He got on the list. That's cool. All right. Let's do this thing. The top 10 movie dads on the re-list. Yeah.
The re-list.
There you go. At number 10.
Oh, what's Eugene Levy's character's name?
Oh, sorry. Noah Levinstein.
All right, Noah Livingston.
At number 9.
Frank and Gil Buckman.
At number 8.
Darren McGavin.
At number 7.
Cliff Worley.
At number 6.
Mac McGuff.
At number 5.
Jor-El.
At number 4.
Clark Griswold.
At number 3.
Dr. Henry Jones.
Dr. Jones. At number 2.
Atticus Finch.
And our number one movie dad on the reel list is
Armand Goldman.
Goldman. The G is silent. Coleman. So much fun. Thanks everybody for sending in these lists. Eric Grebner and Matthew Hassel. And who suggested it again? Who was the topic?
It was Steve Schleckebeyer.
Oh, Schleckebeyer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Alex Zakos, for your help with this.
Yes, thank
Do you have a postscript or anything from Grebner?
No, I do not. He says nothing else other than thanks for letting me be part of it. Do you have anything from what's his name?
No.
From the Hassel?
We have nothing from Mr. Hasso, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We appreciate all three of you participating and Alex Zakos for helping us with it. For Patreon tomorrow, so this comes out on Sunday. Monday, there's going to be an Avengers in-game recap review. Spoiler alert. Do not listen if you haven't seen the movie, although at that point, I would imagine everybody listening will have seen it.
For God's sakes. It made $1.2 billion.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah. I mean, give me a break.
I've seen it twice.
Come on, guys.
There is time in the day. You can make it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be coming out for Patreon this Monday, and the following Monday we'll put it out on the feed for everybody else.
Yep.
But you guys get a little early access to that. And what tier you want to do? You want to do 5 and up?
Sure.
As a
5 and
thank
up
you?
works. Yeah.
5 and up.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Thank you very much at 5 and up. And regular show Tuesday, and then we got a surprise extra relist coming out during the week this week. So stay tuned for that.
So get on top of it, people. It's happening. A lot of top 10 content's coming. We said once we moved off the feed for the schmoes, we were going to do more and more content. So this is part of it. So get on board, support it, download it, give us some numbers because we're trying to get that advertising to keep this thing going and trying to get attention for it. So give it some love, download it, tell a bunch of people. Don't ever turn that off telling people about the Top 10 show.
Yeah, please. Every retweet or whatever you can do helps. Writing a review thoroughly helps.
Yep.
All of it across the board, whatever tiny bit that everybody listening can help with. And that's it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, thanks everybody for listening. You follow Matt at Matt Knows. Follow me at The Rocha Says. And if you want to donate, be part of it. Oh, go ahead.
And okay, go. You were actually getting to it.
If you want to donate and be part of a future relist, you can go to our Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/the-top-10, the number 10 there. Go and see the multiple tiers, and they'll tell you which ones you can participate. I think it's $20 and above, right? Is that right, $20 and above?
For this one, yeah.
Yeah, for
the relist, it's 20 and above, and you also get access to the classics episodes, get a shout-out on the show. Now you're getting early advance of our review of Avengers Endgame. If we can schedule that into our overall monthly, we'll do this as the summer and Oscar time. We did it in the past quite a bit.
Yeah. As the big ones keep coming down.
Yeah, it's just a matter of scheduling and whatnot, but we'll keep trying to create more content for our Patreon people. So thank you to all of you that support us there. And once again, patreon.com/the-top-10 with the number 10.
Yeah, there you go. All right, thanks everybody. Take care. We'll see you soon on the Top 10.